Boy, weedy stuff. Let's bring in Gina Loudon. She's basically a great conservative commentator. Gina, when you saw these 4 GOP senators step up, and we also have liberal commentator Wendy Osefo, too. Gina, wow, turmoil in D.C. What do you make of this?
Well, I think it looks like the swamp is definitely not completely drained yet. I think that here's the real problem. What it really comes down to, Liz, is that many of these senators have been elected on the promise to lobbyists that they will get their little piece of the pie in this bill, right? Or maybe they're raising money now for their re-elections, and that's what they're looking at. And so the deals have been cut behind the scenes. That's the reason they don't want a repeal in any form. They want the replace because they want to make sure that those who are scratching their backs for their re-elections or for their former elections are getting their piece of the pie. And so that's what we're really seeing here, but no one's going to talk about that.
So essentially, Wendy, is Wendy here with us?
I'm here.
Wendy, so essentially these 4 GOP senators, we had Bill Cassidy, Lindsey Graham, John McCain, and Ron Johnson. They stepped up to the microphone. They're saying skinny repeal is not good enough to replace Obamacare. They don't even want it to get to House conference and have it as a vehicle where the House does what it wants and then it gets to the president's desk. They're saying insurance rates will continue to go up and people will continue to get hurt if the skinny repeal gets passed that way. They're opposed to it. What did you make of what you just heard?
My question is, why all this posturing? If you do not like the bill, then just vote no. There's no reason for us to say if this, then this. If they do not like the bill, which a lot of Americans are saying that they do not like it, then just simply vote no. And then my question will be, what happens if conference fails and then the House goes on to pass the bill? What happens then? I just think that they need to go ahead and stake their stick in the stand and say, this is how I feel about this bill, and I'm not going to vote for it. And it doesn't matter, you know, if you move the needle left or right anyway. And that's my frustration is if they do not feel this bill will help Americans, then they just need to say that and leave it there, and then we go from there.
Wendy makes an important point, Gina, about just making a stand here. What these GOP senators are saying is that it essentially leaves in place the essence of Obamacare, and that means that would be really bad, and Obamacare is collapsing anyway. Why should we own it? And Lindsey Graham said, let it collapse. He'd rather it collapse. Go ahead.
Well, I think conservatives win if Obamacare does collapse, and I think that conservatives win if there's a strict repeal of Obamacare. I think where Republicans, separating them off from conservatives for a moment, lose is if they have to go into the 2018 elections having done nothing after they've had all of this time to do something. So I think the panic and the posturing that Wendy alluded to, I think that's what we're seeing right there. So yes, for the GOP to get the kind of election results for the establishment especially that they would like in 18, they absolutely need to do something, but they don't know what to do because most of America just wants Obamacare done, repealed, and they don't care about all the little tit-for-tat going on inside of Washington, D.C.
They don't care about the weeds.
Their premium
Gina, you just made such an important point. They don't care about the weeds. They don't care about the process. They want results.